San Francisco and NYC. We'll be having shows in December in your area. First, December 8th, we've got Hack City, our monthly stand-up show. Tickets already going fast. It's happening at 7:30 p.m. at Union Hall in Brooklyn. Then, on December 19th, we've got 2 shows in San Francisco happening at Arcana, that's in the Mission. There's a show at 7 and at 9:30. 2 shows, December 19th, 7 and 9:30 in San Francisco. Tickets for all our events in the episode description or go to asian.asianpod.com. Come hang out with your favorite Asian friends. That's me and Jenny and who knows else who's going to come. It's going to be great. See you then.
What kind of
Well, it's like,
vibe was it?
like, it's like, oh my God, like I made out with this hot girl at a wedding and she was my cousin. goes out my mouth.
Welcome, everybody. Yet another episode of the podcast that just don't ever stop.
This is always the energy when we double record.
My brain cells are failing. That's us, baby. That's us. That's
us.
It's the episode, the podcast that your mama warned you about. it's the podcast with all your favorite Asian
There we go.
friends. I'm one of them. I'm Mike Nguyen.
And the other one, I'm Jenny Arimoto.
And we better be your favoritist, okay?
Yeah,
the
because
one that you grew up with from, Crescent Elementary. No, Sammy, it's us instead.
Literally, I've lost the thread during your monologue.
Okay.
I honestly, which Asian friend am I? I'm probably the one where, like, people are like, do you remember that girl who was really quiet in 2nd grade? She just popped up on my Explore page randomly.
Yeah.
She does comedy now. She talks.
Wow.
Have you heard about that? I'm that person.
You never
Because I've
talked
gotten that DM.
You never talked in elementary
No, I
school?
was super shy.
Oh.
And so I like get the DMs. It's like, I didn't know you did this. Like, I didn't know you had a personality. Like, I get that DM from like that random person I went to like elementary school with.
Well,
That's
now
me.
you talk a lot.
Now I talk. I won't shut the fuck up.
Try to channel more of that 2nd grade energy.
Yeah, you're like, be quiet.
Just be quiet and do your multiplication tables.
No.
No. In fact, it's going to be the opposite.
Yeah.
Before we get started, a couple announcements. December 19th, San Francisco. You know what to do. It's me and Jenny. We got a show at Arcana in the Mission. Again, December 19th. There's 2 shows, 7:30 and 9:30. Come check them out. We've got Dylan Adler, Dylan McKeever. We got my friend David Nguyen. We got some other people coming on that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be just good times.
I think so.
It's like a cool wine bar.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I heard it's very bougie.
Is it?
I haven't been, but that's just the goss that I heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be very bougie.
Yeah.
Because Jenny and I will be there. And we'll be wearing our finest finements.
I'm gonna wear leather.
Are you really?
No, I'm not. I just couldn't think of anything fancy, so I said leather.
That's fancy for you?
Yeah, that's as fancy
He's
as I
wearing
get.
like a leather apron.
Yeah.
Why is she wearing a leather apron? I will be there, and who knows what I'll be wearing. You'll find out. You know what's... Did I tell you the other day? I did. I told you the other day when I did my show that was really late at night, and somebody came to see me, and he dressed like me, which is awesome.
That is awesome.
You know, and I apparently dressed like a 80s substitute teacher because he had on a sweater vest, a tie, and a jacket, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I
That is
do.
how you dress.
It is how I dress.
Today's is... We talked about it already, but today's is like a new take, I think. I've never seen a scarf like that, or with whatever this is. I don't know anything, I think.
This is a ring. This is
it's a ring?
ring
Like
with my wife's name on it. I put it
Oh.
as a little like handkerchief thing.
Oh, that's really cool. So
yeah.
it's not meant for that.
It's not meant for that.
And then you have a scarf. Yeah, so your scarf is around you, but you have a fleece vest.
I have a fleece
which
vest.
I think is an interesting choice.
I'm trying to do this thing where I don't wear a tie all the time. I love wearing ties, but I'm trying to do the thing where I'm not wearing ties.
So this is like your casual take on a tie.
Yeah, but I still have something around my neck because I think I need that. I need neck decoration.
Okay. Who are you, my mom? That's how she is. She's just like, if I don't wear a turtleneck, I'm gonna get sick.
Oh.
We've gone to many conversations because like even in the summer she wears a sleeveless turtleneck. Like she has to have this covered. Or she feels naked.
I mean, have you ever thought maybe she has a neck tattoo she doesn't want to see? You just see?
That would rule.
It'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Just like a full-on dragon across her neck.
I would love that.
For time in the Yakuza. Okay, so again, December 19th. That'll be a lot of fun. Also, I guess I'll let everybody know here. We're gonna be taking a little break, like in between seasons. I just need to make sure I don't get divorced. That's like the main thing. I just need some Saturdays. We're also just gonna kind of rejigger some things. So. The timing for that is essentially like January, February, but we will be back for sure. And actually, if you are a Patreon subscriber, I'm going to drop an episode in the Patreon.
Ooh.
So the Patreon subscribers will get an episode. It'll be like a little special one, like a little fun one. And everybody else just got to hang tight until the next season starts, which will be again like late January, February. We already have guests all lined up. But we just, again, I need to get this weird surgery done.
Oh, what?
It's like a skin surgery. It's not like it's
so wild that you tell me these things on the air.
It's kind of gross.
Okay.
It's like I just have to get like this thing removed.
Okay.
It's not like, it's nothing dangerous.
Yeah.
It's purely aesthetic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's purely aesthetic. But I have to get that done.
I have so many questions, but I won't force it on me.
No, you can get it on to me, but we just got to keep going here. We got we're gonna give a couple Patreon shout outs. We got 2 Patreon guests, and Patreon, the best way to support the podcast, patreon.com/AsianNotAsianPod, and we'll give you a little backstory. This will be interesting. I've not seen this combination name, even though it's a very simple name. Not simple, but classic. Mm-hmm. Nicole. Mm-hmm. Haven't met many Nicoles lately. Nicole
too.
Kim.
Oh,
Nicole Kim.
You're right. I don't know a lot of Nicoles actually.
I don't know a lot of Nicoles. I know a lot of Grace Kims and Brenda
Eunice.
Songs and that kind
Brenda
of thing.
Songs.
I don't know.
You know a lot of Brenda Songs.
So many Brenda Songs. Nicole Kim. I don't know any Nicole Kim. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say
go.
Real estate. Yeah.
Oh,
real estate.
Wow. Okay, yeah,
Real
you're
estate.
right. You're actually right.
Nicole Kim
it's
is
like
in real
high-end
estate.
real estate
High-end
stuff.
real estate. She got into it because her mom, who is Brenda Song, who is Brenda Kim, got into it.
I see. Where though? Is it New York real estate or is it like suburbs real estate?
No, this is in Irving, Texas.
Oh, okay. Very
Irving,
different.
Texas, outside of Dallas. Mm-hmm. Really helped develop that area. They're doing real good. She drives a white Mercedes.
Yeah.
Is a real boss lady.
Yeah.
Nicole Kim.
Wears high heels a lot.
Wears high heels a lot.
Yeah. No one's asked.
Intimidates the shit out of
yeah.
men.
Yeah. Really tall.
Wild tall.
Yeah.
Played volleyball.
Mm-hmm. 5'10".
5'10".
That's rare for.
Could have gone pro, or whatever pro equivalent is
right.
for volleyball.
Olympics.
Yeah. Could have done real good.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Villanova. And what?
Villanova. I just haven't thought about Villanova. I haven't thought about Villanova or the name Nicole in a while.
Yeah. We're going back. We're going way back.
Yeah.
So she is. She's doing good. She's doing good. And if you need someone to get the best interest rates for your condo,
yeah,
you gotta go to Nicole a call.
Yeah. Thanks, Nicole.
Yeah. So thank you for that. And the next one, okay, this is a little tricky because the name that showed up was in Thai script.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Don't know how to read that.
Okay.
I don't think I could even put that into Google Translator.
Thai's very hard too.
Yeah.
Just as a like.
So I have there's a person's email. I'm not going to obviously say the email, but I'm just going to say that the
dogs them.
Seipun.
Seipun.
I'm just going to say Seipun. That's the kind of like something that I glommed out of what I could see.
I see.
Seipun. But it was originally in Thai script.
Okay. So they're a content creator.
Oh shit.
In Thailand.
Kindred spirit in Thailand.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it's mostly lives. That's where you make the money.
Lives?
Like TikTok lives.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you I don't know. Don't you interact with the audience? I don't know live culture, so I don't know what you're doing. But don't you interact with the followers, and then you're like, thanks for the gift or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I knew was that that thing where they were pretending to be
NPCs.
NPCs.
Like,
hello, ha, ha, ha,
Yeah.
ha, ha, you know?
No, they don't do that.
Okay.
They don't do that. Don't even bring that up in front of them because that's like really fucked up. They do like maybe they do makeup. They do makeup lives.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, where you like talk about your life while you're doing makeup, while you're doing your makeup.
I think that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I've been thinking about trying to do some lives just for fun, but what do I live? Live what?
I don't know.
Me looking at my joke book and going, this sucks for like 40 minutes.
Live me spiraling.
Yeah.
Like live me, like you see the A to Z of me spiraling from like one bad show to like I'm not a worthy human.
Yeah, me.
And I don't deserve any love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it starts normal enough. We're like reading our notebook, and
Yeah.
then it's just at the end we're just watching, Twilight.
Yeah.
In our underwear.
I'm watching like acoustic sets by like bands you've never heard of, and I'm like, okay, yeah. That's usually what I do.
Acoustic sets.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
Thank you very much for that, Sapun. Do not spiral. Do not start watching acoustic sets. Keep living your dream. Keep living your dream. And
nice little snippet into
and
where
inspiring us.
am I gonna go when it comes to what kind of Asian.
We're again. This is that's go to patreon.com/Asian-not-Asian-pod to get in on this craziness. Let's introduce our guests because they've been waiting patiently
Yeah.
and like looking around. I think to see where the fastest exit might be because of what you've been witnessing here.
I always check my points of egress.
Yeah.
Very
safety.
It's very CIA agent of you. Never walk into a room you can't walk
No,
out.
you have to know how to get out. You have to face the exits.
Really?
That's right. You can't have your back to an exit.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. You're facing back to the exit right now, but I feel also you have your hands in a ready position. Our guest today is friend of the pod, debonair connoisseur of the stash, the one who leaves no shirt button unbuttoned, no shirt button buttoned.
No shirt button buttoned.
Yeah, if there's a shirt button,
You're saying my shirt is down.
yes, you unbutton it. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
Thanks for
yeah.
translating that.
no
yeah.
shirt button.
Yeah,
button.
tits out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They got a great show happening right now called Less Lonely, going through January 6th. It's at the Greenwich House Theater in New York. Give it up, everybody, for Jess Tom!
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. And I have to start with such a rude request,
Yeah.
which is, can you turn my headphones down a little bit?
Yes.
As much as I love all of the textures
Yeah.
and nuances of your voices, you're a little loud in my head right now.
Do you feel like you're inside of our throats?
I feel like I'm in the Patreon.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Okay.
amazing. Yes,
Sorry
I love
about
that. No, you have such gorgeous voices. It was just so resonant
Yeah.
inside my skull.
It's gonna haunt you.
I'm trying a thing these days, especially on podcasts, where I try to like tell the truth about what's happening instead of like getting scared of the recording. So this is
Oh.
me exercising telling my truth.
This is beautiful.
Were you scared of the recording?
Just in general?
I have.
You're not afraid of anything.
Oh God, I still have the animal instinct that thinks the camera is a gun. So like every time
yeah.
a camera recording is happening, I'm like, say it perfect. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm like, no. Let me be real about where I'm at in this moment, which is
That's-
that my headphones are too loud.
And that's actually really brave.
That's my bravery.
Yeah. So I've said what I have to say.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
great.
you just leave.
I'm done. Yeah,
there you
I'm
go.
making my egress.
Well, thank you for letting us know about your levels.
Yeah.
And we appreciate
you.
that.
We
Thank
really
you for
do.
hearing me and seeing me.
Yeah.
I feel so heard and seen.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's-
And that's valid.
And
yeah.
that's valid. Yeah, it's all about being heard, especially through headphones. Anyways, yeah, should we get started with what
Yeah.
kind of Asian we were this week?
Yeah.
I can start.
Yeah, because I went first last time.
Okay.
Mike, what kind of Asian were you this week?
I was a feeling stretched Asian.
Okay.
Feeling stretched.
Tell us more.
So I got a baby.
What? No.
Yeah, you got one.
I got a baby. I got a car. I feel like I didn't feel like this before. Hi. Sorry, these people are like waving. These like Gen Z kids are waving at me, and it was weird. Okay, so
Yeah.
I am. It's New York City. It costs me like $75 to get on the train.
Yeah.
You know, I have this cold brew. I financed it. I actually kind of did.
Yeah.
Because I put it on my credit card.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, I have all this money coming in. You know, I have whatever jobs, comedy, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck you want to call it, Patreons.
Sure.
And I delegated to all these things. I got my budget, and the other day I realized, oh shit, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, I do not have any more money. I have all the money. I have money to cover everything I need.
Yeah. But not for gifts.
And honestly, I'm very lucky. A lot of people don't even have that. I'm very lucky to have everything I'm covered. But I don't feel like, and I don't even necessarily feel like, oh, I can't keep my head above water. But I'm like, oh, I'm like really right where it would be really nice to have another like $50, you know?
Oh, I see.
But now I'm like, oh, I got Christmas. I got to fly. I mean, I already bought my tickets, but you know, that was something. I had to fly to California.
Yeah.
We got to go to California. And like, do you ever do this thing? I mean, I'm sure you do as a freelancer too, but like when you're thinking like, okay, how is there any other way I can turn something into money? Do you know what I'm saying? Like whether it's like, oh, I like the other day, like I had to go to Austin, so I needed extra money for that. So I sold a suit. I
Oh,
sold
really?
my suits.
Oh, I didn't know you were.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did. I've
it's
been
like,
meaning to
might
sell
as
it.
well, yeah.
But I was like, okay, well, I sold this.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, well, is there other stuff I can sell? Is there like another gig I can take on? You know, I was
yeah.
like thinking about it.
Well, you should do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, you just keep the little cravat on.
But do you know what would hurt my feelings if I started an OnlyFans and I didn't make money off of
Yeah.
it? My ego would take
would be
such a
really
hit.
painful.
I'd be like, oh man,
Maybe when I'm
this wasn't
That's my
worth it.
last thing.
Yeah, that was
It was
the last
thing I had.
And
my
it's
body,
my body.
didn't work
my
out.
body, I don't even have, and actually worthless.
Yeah.
I've thought about doing a funny OnlyFans, but then people like kind of already mind that. Like I would do one of like me
It's
like
been
vacuuming.
mined?
You know, I don't know. Don't you
I
think
don't-
it'd be it'd be funny to like do
Well,
things
I guess I'm like, did someone doing that?
I don't know.
Okay. I was like, did someone get there before you?
I mean, there was a thing for a while where on Pornhub, this guy was uploading sexy videos, and it was him doing like domestic work.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know. Is he a comedian?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel if that guy started an OnlyFans and it was like him like vacuuming or like unloading the dishwasher, that's probably what I could provide.
Yeah.
I once was joking about starting an OnlyFans, and whoever I was with was like, "Oh, is there a lot of comedy on there?"
Really?
And I was like, "No, I would be making porn. I would be making
You're like, I
explicit
wouldn't just be
sexual
doing
video,
stand-up
like
there. Yeah.
not for like my career. It
Yeah.
would be a pivot."
Yeah. It is funny that that's the first instinct.
It was
Oh,
so
there's a lot of
supportive.
comedy. Yeah.
No, it was so
You should
supportive.
do
They were
that.
like, "Yeah, your craft
Yeah.
could shine on any platform."
Yeah. You're like, thank you.
Doesn't OnlyFans want it to be not porn only?
They did for a second, I believe.
And
Yeah,
then
but
they
it
were-
failed. It
It
was a bad
failed.
business move. They were like, "Oh, this is not actually what people came here to see."
But it's such a
Right.
wild business move. It was just like, I'm going to do a little right turn and take away the thing that everyone's paying for.
Yeah. Well, I have thought also, again, going back to, we were joking about TikTok Live. But
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it would be cool to do a live thing. What could I do that would be, people would want to watch me do live? During the pandemic, I thought about having a little thing where people could follow me while I worked out.
Wow.
And it wouldn't be a sexual thing unless
No.
they wanted it to be like that. But
Yeah.
it wasn't supposed to be. It would just be like, I am interested. I like exercising.
Yeah.
And you can do a bunch of burpees with me.
The way that I don't know how to react. If that brings you joy, then that's great.
No, I need it to bring me money. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I think
see.
I needed to
But
do.
do you wear the cravat while you're doing burpees?
Yeah, that's actually
I
a
could.
key point.
If it, I mean, hold on here. If, I feel, isn't there some way to like trigger that action? Like you donate enough money, the cravat comes on.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. It's an add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you with the money stuff.
Yeah.
I do feel you with the money stuff.
Yeah.
Because it is like when my life now is like exactly equal to what I'm doing, like how much I work. Like when a corporate job, I'm like, I could not work for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just like log on and then still get my paycheck.
Right.
But it's like when you're doing this, you're like, all right, well, what's my next little gig that's
Yeah.
gonna pay me?
Yeah.
So I do feel that.
I feel like you're doing, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but feels like you're doing okay.
I'm okay. Yeah.
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 That's
I
great.
don't know what else to add to that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
If any, but I would accept other gigs at any
Yeah, there you
moment.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it was a very like the other day, we went and we got a Christmas tree and got a thing of pizza.
Yeah.
And it was very like middle class.
Yeah.
Which is everything. I was wearing a sweater vest. It was so like middle class.
Yeah.
But I was like also very middle class to feel like financially like you're right on the
The
like,
edge.
we're-
The brink of destruction.
The brink of
Yeah.
everything going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
That's it.
that feeling is because I don't have to support a family.
I guess that's the thing too.
Yeah.
It's like when you don't, when it's just like you're single, or even when you're just married, you can just be like, oh, hey, you can sit your wife down and be like, we're going to be poor for a little while.
Right, like you're like, we can eat cereal
it's fine.
for a couple meals.
Right.
Or whatever, but you can't really do that with a growing child.
I guess, I mean, he loves cereal.
Okay.
So, like,
So actually, maybe you could.
you know, he'd be like,
He's small. He doesn't eat that much.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I love cereal. Cereal's great. But, you get the idea.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I
The
don't want to.
concerns are very different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I don't know. So I can't relate to, I also don't own a car.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I fucked up there. But I didn't. But, it's just like, one of those things. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling stretched, Asian.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's
capitalism, baby.
That's capitalism, baby. Jenny, what kind of Asian were you this week?
I don't even know how to say it, but I would say that like everyone's doing bad Asian.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this is true for you, but I feel that everyone universally is not doing well. Like when I'm talking to individuals, like no one's doing that great. And actually you might be doing okay. But like, it's like the best that everyone's doing is okay. Like everyone's like, I'm better than before. I'm not amazing, but I'm better. But like everyone I'm talking to, I feel like universally everyone's like struggling right now. And it's probably in part the world is horrible.
The world's horrible.
But it's also just like vibes are bad. Like
The vibes are off.
Vibes are off.
Vibes are very off.
I've talked to about 3 different breakups this week.
Oh, shit.
Some incredibly long-term serious relationships. Like it's just like no one's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like everyone's struggling and like and maybe it's just a season too. People aren't necessarily feeling motivated or like everyone's like they're second guessing their choices. Like it's just weird.
I feel like that's a pretty good way for you to deflect off of you personally. That you're like, everyone's doing bad.
Oh yeah, the second
I talked
part.
to so many other people and they're doing bad.
The second part of this was I do find comfort in that because I'm not doing well either.
So you're like Schadenfreude Asian.
Yeah, I'm Schadenfreude
pretty
Asian because I was like, is it just me? Like actively every week I've come to this podcast recently, I'm like doing bad. Like it's really amazing how every episode I feel I've been saying that. But I'm like, oh, it's not just me, it's like everyone else. And I do find comfort in that and thinking that like, oh, maybe it's just like difficult right now. Like maybe jobs are just like job stuff is inconsistent across the board in any industry. Like everyone has their own little struggles.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just cold and it gets dark so early.
I was trying to read. I read some some dumb thing from New York Times, some elitist thing, when it was like what is it like? Somebody had coined it like there's a vibe session happening. Did you hear
Vibe
about this?
session?
Yeah.
No, I have
Of
not
course,
heard
it was
of
on TikTok or whatever, right? And now it's finally trickled to me, so now it's over. But like, it's like, I think a lot of people feel the vibes are off.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's like means literally like the economics. Obviously there's inflation.
Yeah.
The future seems like muddled.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem as clear as it was before, and there's no in Alice in Wonderland, that dog that like has a broom for a head and it like is brushing away the path for Alice. That's what happened. I don't know what happened to the pathway.
You can't see it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Do you feel that way, Jess?
I feel that, yeah. Well, yeah, I feel it's our illusion of a future that we had before.
Oh, yes.
And like maybe it always
security.
was sort of like this, or it was always like this for other people.
Yeah.
And now it's touching us.
Yeah.
We're like, we're American.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Shit.
How?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. and
100%.
Yeah, now it's going to touch us.
Yeah, I think that's a great way of putting it. Ugh, it's like a universal, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it feels so, like, crazy. But now it's, like, individually touching us of, like, I don't know if I'm, that security that we used to feel or think we felt is gone.
I think that makes a lot of sense. That's would explain the rise of the far right in Europe.
Yeah.
Vibes
Everywhere.
are off there.
I know,
Vibes are off in Europe.
Everywhere.
The far right loves it when vibes are off.
They
Well, it's
love
their
it.
vibe.
Yeah, that's
Their
their
vibe.
vibe.
They're
Yeah.
bringing the vibe.
So if you
Yes.
listen to a far right podcast, they're kind of like, everything's kind
Vibes are pretty good.
Yeah, vibes are pretty good these days. Yeah. And we're the ones on the other side. We're like, vibes
vibes
are
are
off.
off.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's why
no, they
you-
have a swing in their step.
Yeah.
They're whistling a tune
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
It's like things are finally looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weight has lifted.
Yeah,
They're like, oh,
exactly.
yes, like the sun is shining.
Sun is
Yeah,
shining.
100%.
It's winter and the sun is shining. Getting hot.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't know. That's why I'm like trying to just like I mentioned before, which might come out later, that I'm trying to like just like enjoy things.
Right.
Like just on a personal level, I'm like, I'm going to let myself consume art.
Yeah.
And I'm going to enjoy it, or not enjoy it, but I'm going to let myself consume it guilt-free.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, where I'm like, let me just enjoy life for a second to get through the fucking day.
Yes. Yes.
So that's where I'm at. I would say that 2 weeks ago, I was living life like I have unlimited money. Nice dinners.
Oh, shit.
Going upstate. Like, I was just like, whatever. Like, life is short. I'm going to do it. And then I looked at my credit card bill a couple days later.
Oh,
and I
no,
was like,
don't do that. That's going to ruin your vibes.
Woo! Oh, yeah, it ruined my vibes. It's in the past tense it happened. Like, I was like, oh, I am not
Made of money.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was fun for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were hanging out with people with, the cash.
Yeah, I was hanging out with my rich friends.
Yeah.
Well, you have to get them to pay.
I know.
Girl, what are you doing? You're trying to match their pay? That's crazy.
They pay for some of it.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where it's like like it's rude if you don't. They won't say anything, but then it's also rude. So then I'm like, can I offer?
Maybe I'm a rude person. I just let them. I'm like, the Asian thing about fighting over the check? I don't fight that
I don't
hard.
do that.
Beautiful.
I don't fight that hard. I'm like, I'm weak. Like,
You got me.
you got it. You did it.
Oh, no.
Do you have this thing where I feel that when it comes to artists who are like creatives who are doing well, who are maybe not doing well before, they're more willing to cover you?
Yes.
It's the people with like the tech jobs who are surrounded by other people who do tech or whatever, like office jobs. They just assume everyone's doing well almost. Like they don't like even think about the fact that you might not have the same budget as them.
Right.
And so I noticed, I was like, they don't actually offer that much to cover.
Yeah, but you should feel better about exploiting them.
That's true. It's true. But it's like they're not offering, whereas like the creatives are the ones who are like, no, I got this. This happened to me last weekend. Like a person was like, oh, like a creative person was like, oh, I've been in layoffs before, so let me get this. And
Oh,
then, like,
that's
next
so
time.
nice.
And I was like, that's the right thing to do.
Right.
Like that's what I would do that too. But yeah, when you're with a bunch of people with 9 to 5s, that's like not the conversation.
They all
interesting.
assume that like we got our 401ks covered and
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
we'll just split everything.
Yeah.
Up with that.
Anyways, for that week, I just deluded myself into thinking I was one of them.
Yeah.
I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Until afterwards.
Just you feeling the vibes are universally off?
Of course they are.
Okay.
Oh my God. What kind of...
Imagine if Jess was like, no, actually,
I
I'm
was like,
really
I'm feeling
enjoying
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually one of these far right
I feel
people.
good.
You guys don't know.
No, we're doing good.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
But I can't remember a time when recently that I've thought that.
Yeah.
That
No,
vibes were
no,
good.
no, no.
Yeah, so I
No.
think I'm like, I can't even remember a time when I thought that it was okay.
No, and this is like kind of what my show is about, but I've always thought the world was ending. Like
Yes.
from when I was a kid, you could ask me when I was a kid.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. There was one time when I was touring colleges in 2011. And I turned to my mom, and I think like abortion rights were like being debated on that time.
Yeah.
I turned to my mom. I was like, is this the worst time to be alive, or does it just feel like that?
Wow.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, it always feels like that. And she goes, and then she goes, oh wait, no, this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
shit.
and that was like 15 years ago.
Wow.
So that's 10.
Yeah.
I can't do math.
Yeah.
It's gotten exponentially worse.
Yeah, I was
I
going
mean,
to say.
Exponentially
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
I wish for that. My
Yeah.
God, Obama was president.
That's
I was
Obama?
chilling.
That's chill.
I was
the
chilling.
Obama era feels like such a beautiful time
I know.
now.
We were like fighting for gay marriage.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, like we could get that.
Yeah. It's so real.
No, now you really bummed me out, man.
Sorry, the passage of time. Yeah.
Life doesn't happen on a bi-weekly basis, so why does your payday? The money you earn can be yours today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck. Then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. If I needed something like Earnin, it's what I'd use. And this is why. Earnin is simple, easy to use, and a fast way to get access to money you need immediately. Make Earnin a part of your financial routine and join Earnin's over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about Earnin, I think about financial stability and security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. Download Earnin today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, type in Asian under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. Asian under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC. This goes out to all my homies with, shall we say, compromised hair. Maybe you've always had thin hair. Maybe you're getting a little bit older like me, or you're going through a hormone change. Either way, thinning hair can be a bummer. What I always hated about it is it just made me so preoccupied with my hair. Did other people notice? What were they thinking? What can I do? Well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can try Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve hair growth, visible thickness, and visible scalp coverage for men and women. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements use physician-formulated, natural, medical-grade ingredients. Their drug-free patented technology provides consistent, reliable results. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code ASIAN. Find out why over 3,500 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code ASIAN. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code ASIAN.
Yeah, time marches on.
It was
really
like,
does.
so yeah, like I feel like we had accomplished a bunch of stuff.
I know, and it didn't.
And-
Nothing felt like imminently like it's over.
No, we were like, we got 50 years,
Yeah,
we got 100
exactly.
years before the melting
Yeah,
icebergs.
exactly.
And now we're like,
It's not
oh,
tomorrow.
No, it's already
wet
happened.
in here.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's pretty wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's happening. We could drown tonight.
No,
Yeah,
we're
Your
sloshing
guys'
around.
shoes cold in here? 'Cause
Yeah, exactly.
My socks feel pretty wet.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's up to our knees right now. It's actually gotten higher as we've started the podcast.
Yeah.
We have to stop the show because the polar ice caps are melting.
We have to cover up the outlets.
We're all in scuba suits.
Well,
Anyways, that's how I am.
Okay.
That I guess I'm just saying it's universal.
Okay.
It's not an individual problem.
no, I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, tune in to continue to hear how it goes. And if you can't tune in, it's possible because the water's too high.
Yeah.
Jess, what kind of Asian were you this week?
I'm overachieving Asian. Overachieving Asian.
Right.
Wow.
My show, my show, Less Lonely, started off Broadway this week. So today is the end of the first week.
Oh my God.
Wowie zowie.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I feel a little crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah?
it's 7 shows a week, 6 days a week, and I kind of thought I would be like chilling out during the day, but I'm not. I'm like here. I'm
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
I did Young Me's podcast, Harry Butthole, yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been doing like interviews and stuff, so I like do all this stuff, and then I go and do shows at night.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh
go
my
and hang
God.
out afterwards.
Oh,
and,
you do?
like,
Oh, you
That's
hang out.
good. That's nice. that you
well,
can do
I
that.
try to like Joachim Booster told me once, like
Yeah.
you should always do a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, you should always meet the audience afterwards. Because
Yeah.
he didn't say this, I'm saying this. It cultivates a parasocial relationship
Yes.
where people feel like they know you.
Right, right,
And
right.
then they want to see you again.
Right.
Right.
So I always do meet and greet, or like I have dinners and stuff afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been doing
Wow.
that all week, and it's only the first week.
Are you an introvert?
I think I am a shy extrovert.
Okay.
Huh.
I was like, I'm like, is this draining for you to like be out talking all the time, or
No, I like it.
Okay, that's great then.
I like it. I like
It's
it.
a lot, though.
It
You know,
is.
Yeah.
It is. And it's like I go to bed at like 5 in the morning because I'm a vampire.
Yeah, I was gonna say your schedule. I know your sleep schedule.
Yeah,
is
so
like,
this is bright and early for me.
Yeah.
This is my first day. I'm doing cold brew.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 2
It's squarely-
47
I know,
PM.
it's like
You're having
3
your morning
p.m.
coffee.
It's 3 p.m. I'm having my morning coffee.
You're like a college student.
I could go to sleep right now. Like,
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, watch me.
and that's a
I'm
threat.
like nodding
yeah.
off.
Yeah. And that's the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Your
take-
soothing voices. Now that you've turned it down, I'm
Yeah,
so
you're
soothed.
loving it. Yeah, it's ASMR. Us talking as ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel every smack of your lips.
Yeah, Jess is gonna nap the rest of this episode. What do you think, Jess? You know, it's just
Yeah.
snoring. So like, tell us about the show. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's called Less Lonely.
It's called Less Lonely. It is a show about sex at the brink of death, gender transition, on the brink of oblivion, and the search for love at the end of the world. And it's been really fun. We've been doing okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I've been having a great fear. I mean, I think this is an Asian thing, an intense fear of failure.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
That you come to the right
Yeah, so
place.
you come to
And that's
the
the
right
phrase
place.
of the day.
Yeah,
Intense
seriously.
fear of failure.
Yeah.
Put that on shirts.
Oh, yes.
I have an intense fear
Yeah,
of failure.
totally.
Yeah, and I'm working with these really cool producers, Mike and Carly, who do all these hit shows, but I've been like, what if
Yeah.
I'm the one that fails?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Of
the
course.
outlier.
yeah.
But it's been going okay,
Okay, good.
so far. So I like dare to think it might be all right.
Good. And you're having fun.
I'm having a lot of fun.
I think that's what matters.
I'm learning that like I actually really love to do it, and I love to do it every day. And
Yeah.
like I don't, other jobs I've had, even other comedy jobs.
Yeah.
Or writing jobs, I come in and it's like I dread it. And this I love to do.
Well,
I love
this
to do it
is
every
your
day.
thing.
Yeah, this is
your
you.
thing, your thing versus someone
Yeah,
else's.
Yeah.
creative control.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's about me.
It is just like,
And
it is just
yeah,
you.
just
It is
you.
just me.
Yeah, that's the other part.
That's like the dream.
It is. No, it is. I have to remind myself of that because like
Yeah.
I don't think that. I forget
No,
that,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I have to have somebody else reflect back to me like, oh, it's a 6-week run.
Yeah,
like
that's
amazing.
it's actually like kind of crazy
It's
to do
wild.
a 6-week run of your own show.
Yes.
Every day.
Right.
People are coming to see you. There's like literally no one else.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's crazy.
Um,
It's a lot.
Yeah.
how did you like put it together? Like I'm sure you've been working on it for a long time.
I mean, Mike and Carly were helping me out before. I did a really short 3-day run at Cherry Lane.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, yes, I
like
remember.
2 summers ago.
Yeah.
So it's the same producers, and I just hit them up. I mean, the strikes were happening, so I wasn't doing anything
Right.
on the writing or acting front, and I was like, well, I'm a stand-up comic. I have no union, no rights, and no dignity. Why don't I just do this?
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
So is it a lot of your stand up and then some other things, or is it like sort of structurally speaking? Like,
It's a full stand-up show, but like set in a theater, and it's really fun because I'm working with a couple of people I went to college with, and that I did college theater with.
Oh, shit.
Fun.
Yeah, the director M. Weinstein directed a lot of plays I was in college.
Oh my God, I
the
love
set
that.
designer Claire DeLiso. We all went to women's college together.
Uh-huh.
We had a lot of sordid, overlapping lesbian drama that we're now rehashing 10 years later.
That's actually the best time
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah,
Now that your frontal lobe is fully formed.
Seriously,
Yeah.
seriously. Now that I can be like, so you won't be mad to find out now that I made out with your girlfriend
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
Because I did. I mean,
then
you
it-
weren't together yet, but I did. you
Yeah.
know.
And then it's like, oh.
And then you guys started dating, and I was like, oh yeah, that girl that I made
so
out
fun.
with.
That's a great idea for a podcast, honestly.
Like rehashing, like, all the
of
drama.
your
Your
young
women's
person.
college drama.
Yeah,
Women's
yeah.
college drama.
From when you were women.
Yeah.
Everybody coming together and remembering when they were women.
Yeah. Just
Done.
like, yeah. You could probably actually feel a lot of time.
I think so.
Yeah.
There was a lot of drama.
I can't imagine.
A lot of tears cried.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh my God.
That feels really on. That
Women's
sounds
college
like right.
is the most traumatic place on earth.
Does not surprise me.
Can you give us a little an
example?
Example.
Well, okay. In college, I was like desperately in love with this girl who was like definitely having a mental health crisis.
Oh shit.
Okay.
And was like failing out of school.
Yeah.
And I, meanwhile, was like distracting her.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah, yeah.
like, I'm in love with you while I was also like dating this other girl at the same time. Just like totally like not being cool really
Yeah.
to either of them.
Yeah.
And this one
Wow.
girl really needed, she needed support.
Yeah.
She needed support. She didn't need me being like, let me embroil you in my interpersonal, like non-monogamous issue that
Right.
you didn't ask to be in.
Right.
Like-
wow.
Wow.
I just studied. That's all I did.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I know, but that's the fun part of college.
Yeah.
The
crazy drama.
the crazy drama.
Where did you go to school, Jenny?
Berkeley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
I see what's happening here. I see what's happening. I'm from San Francisco, so I see.
You get it.
I could never have. Oh my God, Berkeley would have burned my application immediately.
It was just like sink or swim studying all the time.
Yes.
It was a lot of
yes.
fun.
Like,
Sink
I
or
was-
swim or kill yourself.
Yeah, like for real. Like
Yes.
it was so. I don't know how you felt about it, but that's how I felt.
It was a lot of that, but I threw some drama in there.
Oh,
you know?
that's
I had
nice.
some drama.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, that
Nothing
was
like that.
I mean, and by say drama, I was a dumbass.
Okay.
I was a
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah.
think
College
that's-
is the time for that.
Yeah, that
I
is
was
the
a
right
huge
time
dumbass.
for that.
Even to this day, I'm like, wow, I was so stupid.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry to those women.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
If you white women are out there listening to the Asian Not Asian
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
I'm sorry, and I was wrong. And I needed to learn communication skills.
Yes. This is the platform to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that demographic is our demographic.
Our
Yeah, to
biggest
all the white
demographic.
women I've loved before. Classic Asian story.
Okay, but you have people from college helping you with your show, so
That's good.
didn't burn every bridge.
I know. It's been nice. No, finally I feel like I'm getting my little claws into the You know how like everybody at SNL went to Harvard?
Yes.
So now I'm
now
like,
NYU.
ha, like I can do this.
Yeah.
I went to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do my own
I know
version.
people from
Yeah.
the past.
Just call it, yeah. It's all paying
That's so
dividends
funny.
now. Is it? I mean, you do the show like 2 shows a night sometimes, right?
Yes, 2 shows a night on Saturday, which tonight will be my first time ever doing that. So
Okay.
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
How does it like just physically feel? You know, just going through it, like as you're in the middle of it, because I mean, I've done long sets, but not like that where it's like all set up, and I feel like you've got a real show together, and then to do it again and again and again, like how do you keep that like sort of fresh in your mind?
Well, I've been working out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started seeing a personal trainer.
Really?
Whoa.
Only
Oh,
once
now
a
it's
week.
my kind of podcast.
Only
Yeah.
once a week. Yes. Now we're gonna do the burpees.
Yes.
I need to get a little neck scarf.
Yeah.
But I'm only seeing the personal trainer once a week. But even just like having one thing on my
Yeah.
calendar to be like, let's like acknowledge the body.
Yeah.
It
Was
helps.
it specifically for the show?
I mean,
or-
I'd wanted to be doing it for a while, but
Okay.
I was like, I will be too weak to do this every
Yeah.
single day.
Really?
Like, I just won't be able to do it if I
It's
don't.
So much physical effort too.
What do they got you like with like a really heavy microphone or something? What do they got you doing?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's huge. The
I have
microphone
to-
is the biggest.
It's like
microphone you've
one of
ever
those
seen.
battle ropes, but like on the microphone. You're like,
I have to pace across the
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what you guys think about dating? Like, dating's hard.
dating's hard. Yeah.
The dating is almost as hard as this mic is heavy. Am I right, guys? It's pretty heavy mic.
Yeah. Is that what are you doing?
Oh, I'm actually doing these really chill workouts with this other like Asian transmasculine person.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm not athletic at all, and I don't have like a history of working out, so I'm just in there like very quiet.
Just like sitting quietly.
Really, I'm very quiet. Like they show me the moves, I like watch quietly, and then I like try to do it like quietly.
Okay. Like I don't want to make a big scene.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not
just
about me right now.
This isn't about
My
me.
fault. My fault for coming into the
yeah.
gym. You know.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
you're
here to
busy.
learn.
Yeah.
I'm here to train.
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever heard the word personal trainer and quiet.
Quiet. Yeah. I'm just being quiet.
I wonder that all the time. I'm literally like, are other people in here being as quiet as I am, or is it weird?
Are you in a gym with other people?
No, it's
just
it's like their own
okay.
private gym.
So you're not even. It's not even like other people. You can see other.
There's
people.
like Drake playing
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
me dead silent.
Yeah.
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 And I wear a mask too.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
really?
like,
Can't
I'm
get
in
sick.
total anonymity.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a philosophical question. Are you even there? You know?
Exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Which is like the real workout.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
is the body and what am I?
Yeah. Whoa. That's the real workout.
But I mean, like, doing the material again and again, like every single night, like mentally, how is that? Is it tough to stay in the pocket, so to speak?
It's honestly fun because I'm doing it like as a live stand-up show.
Sure,
like
sure,
it's
sure,
in
sure.
a theater.
Right.
Yeah.
But I want it to be as close to a live stand-up show in a club as possible.
Yeah.
So every night I'm like, and I mean, it's just the very beginning, so maybe I'll get bored and tired over time.
Yeah. Mhm.
But right now I'm like, okay, I know this material, but every night I go in, these people have never heard it before.
Yeah.
So it has to happen like brand new
Right.
every single time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's the first time it's ever happened to
Right.
me because it's the first time it's ever happened to you.
Right.
And it's been
Well,
different.
That's cool. Yeah. That's.
I
a
mean,
very
you
cool
guys know,
insight.
like,
Yeah.
every audience is different.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
something different happens every night.
Yeah.
Right. Do you feel like this is kind of getting like kind of inside baseball, but like, do you feel any kind of like I feel when I was first starting stand up, it was all about like how much time you did, time you could do, and also just like how much reps you could do. Like people open micers are obsessed with like reps. Do you feel
We
because
love the gym here.
we love
On
the
Asian,
gym.
not Asian, we love the gym.
We love reps. We love quiet reps. That's what we love.
Quietest reps.
Just silent
Yeah.
reps.
That is the most Asian thing. Silently repping.
just like silently pushing.
Yeah. But like you're like no one will
silently
know.
carrying the weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the new Olympic sport where you like it's like the clean and jerk, but just like the whisper jerk.
Yeah.
But like when you do you feel like if you since you're putting so much time into this, are you feeling like, oh, I'm getting this really interesting benefit from doing this for my stand-up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, it's so and Mike and Carly, the producers, have been awesome. They basically were like, you can get up there and do whatever you want. They put a
Oh.
lot of trust into me, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing.
And they were like, yeah, like at certain points, you know, you're gonna have to hit certain cues, but otherwise you do whatever you want. So
Yeah.
I'm taking this 6 weeks really to learn what the show is.
Yeah.
And like figure it out.
Whoa.
That
yeah,
rules.
I mean it's ready. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
ready
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
done,
Right.
but like it's gonna keep changing
Yeah.
over time. And
Yeah.
I say something different every night.
Yeah, that's so fun.
That's cool.
It's like
So
a
it's-
living, breathing thing that
Right.
you get to mold. Yeah.
Mhm, exactly.
Yeah, because I always wondered, you know, people on Broadway, they do literally the same thing every
know.
single day.
Right, that's when I think it gets a little boring. It's when it's like
Exactly.
TV and you're like, okay, here I like, then I walk here and then I
Yeah.
say this and then I walk here.
Exactly. And you can't really change it because it's like a whole group of people
Right,
rely
exactly.
on you to do it.
You,
Exactly
yeah, you
right.
can't just like go on a limb and try
Yeah.
some other shit out.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's some variability, but like it sounds like for you, it's not necessarily on the rails like that.
This is very free and open, and I'm trying on purpose to be open because I can get very perfectionista.
Yeah.
And I noticed like when I was touring with it, an earlier version of the show, I would get really locked into like, then I move like
I
this,
see.
and then I go over here,
Yeah.
and it would get boring. And so now I'm like really trying to be like, no, I know the show, but like I'm gonna deliver it as it feels
Yeah.
that night.
Yeah.
So I don't like move the exact same way every night.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I have to try to keep it fresh.
Yeah, keep it fresh.
I saw that you got a little bump on New York Times.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
Congratulations.
I did. Thank you for all the aunts and uncles out there.
Yeah.
New York Times in print.
Yeah. Did you get a copy? A hard copy?
I'm about to get one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I was actually gonna text my aunt, being like, "Hey, if you got the newspaper, can you save it?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get a physical paper. I don't get somebody. It was actually Elliot Page.
Yeah.
Was the first person to tell me.
Oh,
No
really?
shit.
Wait, you
Yeah.
didn't know?
You didn't know?
No, I don't know things.
They
How
didn't,
does that
like,
work?
They,
They
didn't,
don't
like,
tell you?
coordinate with you or something?
There's like a PR branch attached
Yeah.
to this also, so they do tell me,
Oh.
but they're not necessarily the first people to tell me.
I see. I thought they would tell you like before it happens. Like big
No,
news.
it happens after it comes out.
Wow.
So Elliot texted me,
Yeah.
and I like clicked it, but I don't have a New York Times subscription, so I immediately got
my
paywalled,
God,
and I was
Jess,
like,
come on.
I was like, lol.
This
like,
is so
can you
Jess
send
though.
me?
This is so
Jess.
artist
When-
creative, like
When your episode came out and I saw can someone share their HBO login
Yes,
so I can
yes.
see the
Yeah, yeah,
episode
yeah.
I wrote? I was
Can
like,
I-
that is so funny.
No, yeah.
Well, they don't-
My phone is broken. You think I could borrow one
They
of your
don't
phones?
care for you. I'm like, I have an Android and I can't get AirDrop.
Yeah.
Can somebody? No,
Oh my
so
God, you do have an Android. Every time I
do,
text
I do.
you,
I have a
every
Samsung.
time I'm
Yeah.
like,
I have a Samsung.
I
That's
know.
Asian. You can't hold that against
That
me.
is true. That's
you
just
can't
culture.
hold that against
That's
me
just,
here.
That's just like culture.
It is. It is. It's representation.
It is.
The emojis look more Asian. They do. They do. They're
are different
to an
emojis.
Asian
Look more
aesthetic.
Asian, yeah.
I don't like the iPhone emojis. I can tell white people made them.
oh,
I don't like it. It's a white aesthetic. It's a white gaze.
I need to look at the Android.
No. But it's
Yeah, do you have
specifically
them? Can you-
Samsung.
can I
Here, let me
see
show
one
you.
Oh,
of
it's
your-
Specifically
right,
Samsung, 'cause Samsung is
phone
Korean.
is different.
Let me see this thing.
Here.
Let me see these Asian emojis.
Here. I'm
Yeah, because Pixel ones look kind of like whatever.
I'm texting Jenny Arimoto.
yeah, text me.
But all to say that Elliot had to send me.
yeah, we fully got.
All
He had
right.
to send me a gift link
Oh, really?
so I could see my own
That
New York
is
Times
so funny.
shout out.
All right.
Here, look at these and tell me they're not Asian. They're Asian.
Oh, they
Oh,
are
they are
Asian.
Asian.
You're right. These are Asian.
I'm emotionally attached to them. I like actually can't convert to
Wait,
iPhone.
these are more Asian.
I don't want to see white people emojis. I want to see Asian emojis. They're
Wow,
made to
the
an Asian
faces
aesthetic.
are like what you would see on like I don't know.
Like on anime.
I was gonna say Line.
Yeah, they're more anime.
Yeah, they're
looking.
more anime.
No, and like I literally, okay, this is actually something I feel very deeply about.
Yeah.
So over time, because I've had Samsung for years and years, they have shifted the Samsung emojis to more resemble the iPhone emojis. So they used to actually be more Asian than this.
I see.
And there were certain expressions, modes of expression that are Asian modes of expression
Yeah.
that are gone now.
wow.
Like sigh heavily. or like so freaked out a ghost comes out of my
Yeah.
mouth. Or like no, really, like very Asian, or angry vein.
Yeah, the angry
yeah,
vein.
angry
I know,
Angry
I know
vein, which
angry
we
vein.
all recognize.
Yes.
Yeah, we all recognize.
And they, my literal modes of emoting
Yeah.
as a racialized person
Yeah.
have been taken away from me, so I can
Sigh
emote
heavily.
like a white person.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Oh my god,
It's racist.
Sigh heavily. I related so hard.
What
to.
is-
What am I
What
supposed
is-
to do without sigh heavily?
What
Yeah.
is sigh? What is
You know,
that?
it's
What
like
is-
the little puff
like-
of air
Oh,
comes
the
out.
puff of
It's like,
air.
like
Yeah.
When would you use the ghost mouth out of your mouth one? See, I've got colonized. I don't even know
Oh
that.
my god.
When is the ghost mouth one?
Ghost mouth?
go.
Yeah, what is that one? Like,
What kind of
Well, it's like,
vibe
you know,
was it?
like, it's like, oh my God, like, I made out with this hot girl at a wedding and she was my cousin. Ghost goes out of my mouth.
a universal Asian experience.
Universal experience.
you know how that happens?
That's a situation where you would use, I scream so hard the ghost comes out of my mouth.
You know, a classic
Yeah,
Asian
classic
experience.
We've all been there, and
We've
we're like,
all been there.
No, but what I'm actually trying to say is white people can identify with that too. And so,
I sigh heavily. I was on board. Ghost out of the mouth.
ghost
I've
mouth.
lost,
I don't know, but
I've lost it
yeah.
a little.
Vein.
that's
I
a
like the vein
Japanese
one.
expression.
I could
ghost
see it
out of
being
the mouth.
Japanese. Like when you said it first, I was like, that feels Japanese.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a classic like anime expression.
Yeah,
that
just like-
your spirit leaves your
Yeah,
mouth.
your spirit
Oh,
leaves
your
you.
spirit's leaving.
Like
you.
it's such like a shock or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like someone else's ghost.
But we're just right now tying it to kissing a cousin, so we're getting.
Well,
a
I
little
was
bit-
trying to
It's
think of an
getting a little weird,
example. I'm not an improviser. I understand we're improv people in here.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I've got.
That's what you
Okay,
mean.
that's what
And
I got
it was
off
a good
the top.
try. Yeah.
There's no going back
Yeah.
in improv. You have to yes and. She
Yeah.
was my cousin.
She was my cousin. I'm like,
And,
yes,
you know,
and yeah.
It's a big family.
I'm
You know,
hoping,
war, things happen.
Yeah.
do happen.
You lose
yeah.
track of who's in your family.
I'm hoping that there is, what is it? Some emoji content going to be in your one-person show now. You know?
And you'll
I
have to
used
go.
to
You'll have
say-
to buy tickets to find out.
Yeah. Boom. That was a perfect layup.
Yeah.
Oh, should I not say that I used to? I don't say this joke anymore, but
Yeah.
like a long time ago, an earlier version of this show had a thing about how like how they updated the emojis so you can be like pregnant non-binary person.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
And I
yeah.
was like, oh yeah, like you can do pregnant non-binary person emoji, but you can't like get an abortion legally in like Texas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not a very
very
funny
real.
joke.
No, it's just reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just reality.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
or-
propaganda that you can do pregnant non-binary person.
Yeah.
But there's no like abortion emoji.
Maybe that's the ghost mouth.
Yeah.
That is ghost
That
mouth.
is ghost mouth.
Boom.
That's why they got rid of it. That's why they got rid of it.
They got
Why
rid
they
of
got
it.
rid of
No,
it.
this is deep state propaganda.
Yeah.
I believe this.
Oh, that was the one thing. I don't know how we're gonna make this funny. Maybe it's not. But speaking of deep state propaganda,
Okay. That's
Great,
always a
great,
beautiful
great,
transition.
Henry Kissinger died.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congrats,
Thank
everyone.
you. Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
You did
congrats,
it.
Mike.
Thank you.
That's
this,
good.
This general celebration of the internet has been very fun to watch.
yeah. That was for you.
Yeah.
That was for me.
Yeah, for Southeast Asia.
That was for Southeast Asia. I mean, like, I got like into. I mean, kind of like had an idea of how horrible he was,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel this was a very millennial thing to do. But then I googled. I like just straight up Google asked, "What did Henry Kissinger do?" You know.
Ask
Yeah.
Jeeves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as
like
Jeeves did.
you know, what war crimes were there? You know what I'm saying? To like Google
list
something like
of
that.
war crimes list.
Yeah, I asked like ChatGPT, why is Henry Kissinger going to hell?
Right.
You know?
And
Yeah.
he knows.
No, ChatGPT knows.
Yeah.
ChatGPT knows. So yeah, it was. It's out there. I feel maybe federal holiday now, huh? What do we think?
I know. I mean, I'll take it.
I'll take a day off.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
I
take
don't,
it.
as if I have
I was
a
like, you
regular
don't get-
job.
yeah, I
I
was
don't.
like, you don't
none
get
of
the day
us
off.
like have a day
No,
off. Like
no,
that's
no.
not.
Yeah.
You have to have a job first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
that's
order to have the
step
day off
one,
from
yeah.
the job. For me, every day is the day Henry Kissinger died.
Recently, I mean last night, my friend's like, oh, we have a show tomorrow night or on Sunday night at 9. And I was like, it's a little late.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you don't have a job. Late for what? Like, I was like, it's a Sunday, it's late.
No,
Like,
that's
for
why
what?
it's late, because you have to leave your own house.
Yeah. I was like, I have to
Such
leave
a
the
great-
office.
No, that's a great point. Yeah, if you're already, if
It's
too late,
easy
you're
to
in
leave the office.
It's true.
It's easy to leave your day
You're
job and go
right.
to a show.
Yes.
I'm at home.
Easy.
Yes.
It's hard to leave your house.
Yes. I
Yes.
could just cook dinner and stay in.
Yes.
Take an edible,
Oh my god. that
watch a
sounds like
movie,
Yeah.
watch a Christmas rom-com. I
Oh my
don't have
God.
to do this.
One of the hardest things about doing the run of this show is that I'm not smoking weed during the day anymore.
Yeah.
Oh really? Because you want to
Yeah.
be.
Because I want to be fresh, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I actually really care about this.
Yes.
So
Yes,
like,
yes,
let
yes.
me not fuck around. But like, I've been smoking every day, and
I
now I'm
know.
like, no, like I have to wait until
have
like
to be
10
healthy.
p.m.
You have to wear a mask and make sure you don't get sick. You can't smoke during the day. Like, you have to really make sure
working
tip
out?
shop. Yeah, you're working out.
Yeah, you're like
becoming this like version.
You're like an athlete.
Yeah, an athlete. Yeah, you're going to the Olympics.
Oh my God. For volleyball.
Yeah, for volleyball.
Yeah, Nicole dropped out,
Yeah.
so I'm in now. They tapped me in.
You didn't do any sports growing
Oh
up?
God, no.
Really?
Were you
Jesus
always
Christ,
were you
no.
a theater person?
I was a theater person. I did my. I have two key experiences in sports. One was when I was in second grade. I was in a joint Girl Scout Boy Scout basketball team.
Oh.
Okay.
Where I was relentlessly bullied by the dads who coached the team.
Oh my God.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because I was like a small little girl. Now that I'm an adult, I'm like, oh my God, those like grown adult men.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
were bullying like a little girl.
Yeah.
What were they saying? Like, be taller? What the fuck? What
They
the-
just would like I would be playing one-on-one. This happened. I was playing one-on-one one time with this girl who was already way bigger than me.
Yeah.
And then one of the dads stepped in and was like, pass it to me, to the other girl, and he made the basket.
On
And
you?
it counted. Yeah, it counted.
What the hell?
Yeah,
hell
he
kind of
was an
sport is
adult
this?
man.
What basketball is this? What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Classic
that's-
basketball.
yeah.
Basketball.
That's so weird.
You know, in the NBA, when the parent steps in and LeBron passes
Yeah.
it to the parent, the
Yeah,
parent makes
yeah.
the shot. Classic NBA
And that's
move.
what
That's what Space
classic-
Jam 2 is about.
yeah, a classic lesson that you learn when you're playing basketball.
Yeah, a big man is just
might
gonna
walk in.
smack you down.
Yeah, exactly, and go, huh, that counts.
So that was the. yeah.
And so I did this basketball team. To this day, I don't know the rules of basketball. Like, nobody taught me that.
Oh my God.
I was only taught, like, you're small
Yeah.
and weak, and you
Oh,
don't know
okay.
how to play this game.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't told I was small and weak, but I was small and weak, and I knew it because I played basketball for 2 years, and I also didn't know the rules.
Wow.
And I couldn't throw. I was so small, I couldn't get the ball to the basket.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so there are Asians who are good at basketball. There's
Yeah.
basketball Asians,
Yeah,
especially
they're-
in the Bay.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of basketball Asians.
A lot of basketball.
And then there's us.
There's us.
Yeah.
We're like bullied.
Yeah.
Like, throw more, and you're like, I can't. I'm like,
I can't. Like,
I
that's,
literally
that's
can't.
the top of my strength.
Yeah. I'm like so small, and I try.
I've exerted myself. Like,
and
that's
every
the
time
exertion.
they would be like
Aw.
double dribble, I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking
What
about.
are you talking about?
And like just because you keep repeating
Yeah.
it doesn't mean
Yeah,
that I
they
know
keep
what
being
that
like,
is.
Whoa. You know.
Truly.
You've definitely unlocked a thing where because I would play soccer and I generally knew you couldn't touch it with your hands. Sometimes people
That's good.
would always be like, "Oh, you can't go offside," and this is like in the 80s
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I couldn't Google what that was.
Right.
So you're like, what?
So
the
I just
heck?
straight up
What is
didn't know
offside?
what that meant.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'd be called
Offsides is
for it.
hard to understand, especially.
It's hard to
younger.
understand.
Yeah.
And no one would ever explain it to me.
Yeah.
And I would felt so ashamed I wouldn't even ask.
I
anybody.
understand. Yeah, that was me with double dribble. I literally could not understand what double dribbling was,
That's so funny.
and I did it a lot
Yeah.
because I didn't want to throw it, so I would just dribble a lot
Yeah.
because I couldn't throw it to hit the basket.
Yeah.
But then I would be doing it wrong, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is either, so we're not answering that
No,
on this
we're not.
podcast
We're
We're
just
not.
going
today.
in
This is not-
circles,
We're
not
just going to
today.
raise the question.
We're
What
raising-
someone
is
can
double
write in.
dribbling?
Yeah, we're raising.
If some basketball Asian is listening,
and you know they are.
yeah, and
Oh,
you
you
can
know they are.
explain, you know,
What a
if some
double dribble
if some
is.
Japanese church
Yeah.
Bay Area
Oh,
basketball
shit.
Asian.
But don't DM me. I swear to God, don't DM me
You can
basketball rules.
DM the podcast. Tell us
Yeah,
what
don't
double
go to
dribbling
my
is.
somebody
private
who
account.
played for the Ardennettes can
What's
write
that?
in.
Is that the?
That was like
team.
the girls like Japanese
because there's
league.
like there's a Japanese basketball league in the Bay Area. There's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
in the city, and I think one in Foster City.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That was a big deal. That was where the cool Asians were.
Yes.
And you know what? They're not in this room right now.
No, they're not.
They're not
No.
here.
They're not doing theater in New York.
This room is only for people who
They're
do
not
know
doing an
theater.
alternative one-person
Yeah.
show.
And it shows.
Yeah.
What was the other? You said you had two sport
Oh, yeah, two
moments.
sports.
When I was in high school, technically, I was my senior year of high school. I was the captain of the women's varsity fencing team.
No.
Whoa,
Shit.
captain!
Because the minimum number you needed to compete was 3.
Yeah.
And we had 3, and I was the oldest, so I was the captain.
This is a very
incredible.
Jess Tom
Yes.
sport.
Yeah.
Very Jess Tom sport.
Yeah.
Yes,
Fencing.
yes. You move around like a crab.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't even believe you had a fencing team.
I went to private school.
Yeah, I know it's school you went to,
Yeah.
but was it like, well, first of all, there's only 3 people who
There
do
were
it.
only 3 people on the team.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And how did you get into it?
We had to.
Fencing's tight.
I went
It is
to.
cool, but like, how do you start?
It was cool. I was very bad at it.
Yeah.
I
hard.
went to this like alternative private school where like we didn't have normal PE classes. So instead you had to get PE credits by doing like classes outside of the school, more like college. But they were like crazy like hippie San Francisco things. Like
Yeah.
you could do yoga, you could do capoeira. Capoeira was huge. Capoeira was huge.
The Bay Area loves capoeira.
Oh my god, these white bitches with
my
long
God.
braids
Yeah.
were doing
God.
capoeira.
Alternative
That is so
instruments.
Yes.
Oh, fuck it.
They would do a capoeira, like they would like do a presentation at all school
Yeah.
meeting for all of us.
That is so funny.
yeah.
What was, yoga, capoeira, and then you did fencing.
I did fencing, but it was like all kinds of stuff. Like
Yeah. Oh my God. So you didn't want to do capoeira.
I
don't see you doing
I only knew
capoeira
capoeira from Tekken,
So you're like.
and I liked Tekken enough.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, I could play Tekken any day. I
Yeah.
don't have to learn this sport.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
fencing it.
I was
is.
like, let me
fencing.
try a sword.
Yeah.
I was not good.
Was there?
It was not good.
Which of the swords was it?
It was foil.
Okay.
Yeah, foil.
What
which
are the
is kind of the most.
choices?
There's foil, there's saber, and epee.
Okay.
Yeah, I think saber is the cool one because it's the one where you can actually hit with the length of the sword. Foil, you just like
Point.
poke.
You
It's like
Yeah,
you're
you
like
just
pointing
jab
at them
and
like
poke.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I don't know anything.
God, you don't know what you don't know what foil
Yeah.
You don't know the different.
Oh, no. Now
different
I'm getting
fencing swords?
bullied. Yeah.
See,
I'm getting bullied.
that's how you could have counter-bullied the dad. You'd be like, "Bet you don't know." But
I should have just stabbed him.
Stabbed.
Yeah, just
Stabbed him with a sword.
Stab him. And that's what I meant.
Yeah. Not so big now, are
Yeah.
you?
Wow. And now you're working out.
Now I'm.
You're
working.
becoming a jock now.
Oh, and then okay. And then I have 1/3 kind of brush into athleticism, which was
Okay.
in college. I was in a play, actually directed by M. Weinstein,
Okay.
who's directing my show right now. And the play took place in a youth penitentiary, and I played a character who starts fights. And I was like, well, that's
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start a fight. Like I would get killed.
Yeah.
So I had to start working out a lot.
Oh, really?
On my own, I
bulked
just
up?
I bulked out because I was like, I need to get into. I'm an
Oh.
actor, and
Yeah,
for my
at the end of
craft,
the day,
for my
you're-
craft, I
you're an
needed to
actor.
change my instrument.
Yeah.
To write.
Yeah.
For the behaviors I had to enact.
Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah. That's what makes me not an actor.
I
'cause
can see
would
you
never.
getting real into lifting.
I want to like
Yeah.
this is so basic what I'm doing right now, but eventually I want to like really kind of bulk up. My ideal body type is Brett Manrock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my goal.
But Bremen works out a lot.
Yeah, I know he's jacked.
Yeah, like I've
he's,
seen
like,
the
thick.
video and like has gotten jacked, even more jacked recently.
Yeah,
I feel.
no, I would have to really work.
Yeah.
I would have to really work. But I'm on steroids.
I'm not,
I could work.
and I'm not saying it's impossible.
You're already on the gear.
Exactly,
So
exactly. I'm on the juice. I'm all juiced up.
Right.
juiced up.
Yeah,
Just a
so
little
I
bit
could
more.
do it.
We
Just a
just
little bit
you
more.
might as well just keep going.
Exactly.
Just
exactly.
keep going.
Just pump it up.
yeah,
Pump it up.
Yeah.
Give me a call. We'll work out. It'll be great.
Oh,
I would love that. Yeah, we'll be doing burpees on camera.
Yeah.
Burpees on camera. You
and somehow monetizing that.
monetizing it. Pay enough money. The ascot comes on or
Oh,
off.
the webcam.
that's right.
Yeah, it'll be like ding ding ding
Ding,
ding
ding,
ding.
ding, ding, ding. And it's like, oh, they want the ascot off.
You want the ascot?
Oh, now they
Oh,
want the
wait,
ascot.
they
They want
wanted-
4 ascots on.
They want it around.
We just keep putting on ascots.
Instead of like weights, you just
Yeah,
put on
just
more
more
ascots.
Yeah, it gets heavier
It
and
gets so
heavier.
heavier. This is great. We're gonna
Wow.
I hope you like money because we're gonna make a lot of.
I hope you like money.
Wow, wow.
Well, Jess, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
Thanks for waking up so early
So early.
to do
Oh my
this 2
God.
p.m. show.
So wait, do you have to
Wow.
work out today? No.
No.
Okay.
My workouts are on Thursdays.
Oh wow.
Are you still in my neighborhood?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. You can go to the
Neighbors.
gym. We can go to the park.
I would love that actually. You go Blink Fitness. Where you go?
No, I just work out at home. I have a kettlebell.
Oh.
I'll bring a kettlebell over. I got a car.
Oh.
I'll drive it over.
Yeah,
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 he
yeah.
has
You
a
don't have
car.
to carry your
I'm not carrying
kettlebell
my
all the
kettlebell.
way.
What are you crazy?
Oh right, that's right. You guys are like literally on the same.
We're like on the same street.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I did that walk once.
Yeah, you did that walk once. So we can. Yeah, I'll drive over with the weights. We'll just fucking get at it, dude.
Yeah.
We'll kettle some bells.
Oh my God, you guys are gonna come back with like just like insane shoulders.
Insane ascots.
Yeah,
That's
insane.
really
ascot
what this
body.
is about.
Yeah.
The ascot will look so small on
It's
us.
gonna look so small. I know. This looks like a full scarf. It's gonna
Yeah,
soon
yeah,
look
yeah.
like a shoestring.
Yeah, it's we have to buy custom made special ones from
Better blankets.
long.
They're blankets.
from
yeah.
Georgia, you know. Again, let the listeners know about your show.
My show is called Less Lonely, presented by Elliot Page. It's off-Broadway at Greenwich House Theater from now until January 6th. So come out, and if you check me out on Instagram, I'm posting codes and things for discount tickets. So come through.
Awesome. It's going to be amazing. Always follow us on the podcast at Asian Not Asian Pod. Find me on there at Nice Pants Bro.
I'm at Jenny Arimoto.
We still got our shows. December 19th in San Francisco. I'll wear an ascot maybe. It'll be great. And until then, we love you.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.